Welcome to Rincón de la Vieja National Park, one of the most adventurous and diverse hiking spots in Costa Rica. Whether you're here for stunning waterfalls, volcanic activity, or a quiet retreat into nature, this park has something for everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Peligro Life. Please hit that like and subscribe button for more pro travel tips and wildlife adventures. Now let's explore Rincón de la Vieja National Park. First, let's talk about getting there and general park info. This park has two main entrances referred to as sectors. The first and most visited is the Pailas sector. The second and more remote is the Santa Maria sector. If you're in Guanacaste, the nearest airport is Liberia and is just over an hour to Pailas. From San Jose, it's about a 4-hour drive, and I would highly recommend staying the night somewhere close to the park. If you want to stay in a cool spot, Guayabo de Bagueses is a small town with a ton of adventure and is only an hour from Pailas and 40 minutes from Santa Maria. If you want to learn more about Guayabo, just check out this video. Both entrances are open from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., but longer hikes like the Cangreja waterfall, you need to start before noon. Each sector is closed one day a week. Pailas is closed on Mondays and Santa Maria is closed on Tuesdays. The entrance fee is $15 per person plus tax. You can also camp at Santa Maria for an additional $4 per person, but you want to make sure there's campsites available ahead of time. Tickets and reservations are required via Synac's website. Both sites are accessible by car and have free parking. However, the last few kilometers to Santa Maria are on a bumpy dirt road, and a higher clearance car is nice, but not absolutely necessary if you're comfortable driving on dirt roads. Once you get there, each entrance has bathrooms, drinkable water, and a ranger station to check in. Pailas has a cool visitor center that is finishing completion. Next, let's talk the best time to visit and weather. Costa Rica's dry season, December through April, is prime time for hiking with clear skies and dry trails, but seasonal waterfalls might be a little less impressive. Temperatures may be a little warmer, so it's best to get an early start for the bulk of your hike. May through August have some afternoon rains, but it is still great hiking weather and the vegetation is thriving, making a greener and more lush experience. September through November, you can expect heavy rains, so trails may be muddy or even closed, and creek crossings will be a little bit more intense. Oh, and this is an active volcano, so check ahead of time in case of closures. Now we'll dive into activities and attractions. Pailas. This is your volcanic wonderland with incredible geothermal features. The most popular trail here is a 3-kilometer, roughly 2-hour loop to see bubbling mud pots, steam vents, geothermal lagoons, boiling hot springs, and a variety of terrain in a short amount of time. It is also a very well-maintained trail for hikers of all levels. Another major attraction here is the hike to La Cangreja waterfall, which is a 10-kilometer round-trip out-and-back trail that takes about 4 to 5 hours. Most people choose one or the other, but it is possible to do both in one day for those who don't mind a full day of hiking. Sadly, the trail to the volcano crater is closed due to safety reasons. The Santa Maria sector is a remote gem that boasts a beautiful hot spring, camping, and is situated in a transition zone from a humid forest to a rainforest. There's a lot more vegetation and creeks along the way. The main trail is out and back with a total of 7 kilometers round trip and takes you to the hot springs. This is about 4 hours of hiking. There are a variety of attractions off the main trail like the Morpho waterfall, the hidden creek that goes underground, the cold springs, and the waterfall of the forest. This is also your best chance to spot a tapir, but they are usually more active in the morning at night, so you might have better luck seeing one camping. Moving on to some packing essentials and pro tips. Here's what you need for a smooth adventure. Bug repellent is a must, and I recommend long sleeves and pants as well. Be aware that we did find ticks at both locations, but overall there were more biting bugs at the Santa Maria sector during the dry season. Bring plenty of water and snacks for the amount of hiking you plan on doing. There is no food for sale inside either sector. However, 400 meters from the entrance of the Pailas is the Pendola Falls, which has a snack bar with cold drinks, and let me tell you, this was amazing after a full day of hiking. Of course, you should bring hiking shoes and a swimsuit because of the hot springs and waterfalls. Signs will tell you no swimming is allowed, but it's very common to see tour operators encouraging their clients to swim. The park rangers told me it's more of a swim at your own risk kind of situation. The hot springs have bacteria that can make people sick if they dunk their head. And let's be clear here, I'm not telling you to break any rules, just use your judgment and check in with the staff working. That said, I did find a frog at La Cangreja waterfall, which is a great indicator the water quality is good. We took a photo of the map, and trust me, distances feel way longer than they look, and you don't want to miss anything on the way. Here's some fun facts about the park. Rincón de la Vieja means the old woman's corner, named after an indigenous legend of a forbidden love and a heartbroken princess who sought refuge in the volcano. Plus, this park is a transition zone, moving from dry forest to rainforest, so wildlife is everywhere. We saw 3 species of monkeys, beautiful birds, harmless snakes, cool bugs, and even found evidence of a puma or a jaguar on the trail. Don't worry, they don't eat people here. This national park covers over 14,000 hectares, which is about 35,000 acres, and ranges in elevation from 390 meters to almost 2,000 meters. When you're at La Cangreja waterfall, look closely because you might spot a tiny freshwater crab. And in Spanish, cangrejo means crab, and that's how the waterfall got its name. This is an active volcano and is constantly being monitored, and you might even see some recording gear out. I'm bummed that I missed it, but the last eruption was on March 14, 2025, sending a plume of steam and gases high into the sky. So the big question is it worth it, and should you search it? I say absolutely, but which entrance is right for you? Again, I think that Pailas is a great option for the majority of people because of easier access, an abundance of geothermal activity, stunning waterfalls, and fewer bugs. It's also a great day trip, and there are a ton of tour operators in the area that will offer this if you don't have a car. On the other hand, Santa Maria has beautiful forests, fewer crowds, hot springs, waterfalls, and camping opportunities. This is a peaceful, off-the-beaten-path experience. You can also see everything it has to offer easily in one day. Either way, this park is definitely worth the trip. Rincón de la Vieja is one of Costa Rica's most unique national parks, where volcanic power meets untouched nature. Whether you're here for thrilling hikes, geothermal wonders, or peaceful jungle escapes, it's a place you won't forget. If you love this adventure, hit that like button and subscribe to Peligro Life for more epic travel and wildlife experiences. See you on the next adventure.